My name's Ben. These headphones aren't actually doing anything, and welcome to Cyclocross Chats. Today we talk to Lauren Zoerner, who's been racing cyclocross for 7 years in the elite field and is only just now an actual elite aged racer. A lot of my friends I'm really excited to see at the races, but Lauren is maybe one of the top she's my favorite to go see at the races. We go through off-season stuff. We talk about what the future of the sport could and should look like. We even look really far ahead to maybe the Olympics. Enjoy the episode. We're here. Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
This is the first remote episode of Cyclocross Chats, and I'm very excited. With these episodes, no pleasantries. We see each other enough, so we're just going to get right into it and assume that we're both doing fine. When you race or ride, gloves or no gloves?
Um, Usually I would say no gloves, but this season at Roanoke, it was so bumpy that I got blisters on my hands, like right in the thumb grabbing area,
Hmm.
and they took so long to heal that I had to wear gloves for the entirety of the USCX and only could revert back to my ways of no gloves at whatever race I just did this weekend. Cincy.
Cincy?
At Cincy, I
Nice.
did no gloves.
Nice. What is your favorite tread?
Favorite tread? Usually Griffo because I use it the most often here.
If you could describe your perfect cyclocross conditions, what would it be?
All right. I'm glad you asked me this because so far what I've heard is either it's actually just mostly rainy, is what I've heard everybody else has said. I like a good tacky course. Like it rained, it's drying out, and there's like the one or two good lines that's just still kind of muddy but tacky. Like it doesn't
Hmm.
stick to your tires, and you can just rip it. That's my favorite.
We haven't had
Like it's
that
just a good
yet.
tacky track. Yeah.
Yeah, that hasn't happened yet, huh?
No.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Yeah.
Do you ride with music?
I ride with music or podcasts.
And what is your favorite off-season activity? This is the point in the episode where if there was an episode sponsor, I would talk about it and gas you up about how awesome it is that you support cyclocross and you support these conversations. But it's still me sponsoring these episodes and still making it happen when I can fit it in. I'd love to have some partners involved. I'd love to have some help to make sure that we can continue this and have this be a sustainable thing. There are plenty more people that I'd love to talk to, and with your help, we could make it happen. I'm going to put my info in the show notes below. Let's get involved. Let's keep this thing going. All right, back to the episode.
My favorite off-season activity that I'm gonna say it can't be sleep because that's too obvious of an answer. Um, Traveling, for fun and not for a one random field in a foreign place. So,
That's very fair.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite place that you've been?
Um, well, probably Calpe, like City. Calpe in Spain is one of my favorite places to be. It's like a cyclist's heaven.
Nice.
Um,
I have yet
yeah,
to go there. I would love to go there. It'd be pretty sweet.
we might have an extra room.
Awesome. So with these, I'm just trying to get a little bit more of an idea of who Lauren is outside of what people may see through like a really good Bruce Buckley photo or running alongside the course cheering on your boyfriend, Jules,
My
who's having a
boyfriend!
killer year. Um, so what, let's see. First of all, tell the people what team you're on. Let's shout those guys out.
So I race for Competitive Edge Racing. We heartfelt refer to it as Comp Edge. I almost never say competitive because that is far too many syllables. But yeah, so we race with the team. We've got six elite racers, two local elites that join us all the time at a lot of the big races, and then it's supported by Tyler, Tim. My personal mechanic is mainly Jacob, and then
Mhm.
Chris Drummond is joining us for some of them too. And then I assume as needed we might have some guest supporters in there too. But
How
yeah.
how many how many years have you been with them?
This is my second season with them.
Oh, it's only been 2 seasons, huh?
Yeah, it's only been,
Nice.
well, so when I was on Groove, I did join their conglomerate Europe trip like you did this year. So I
Yeah.
joined them for that, but I was not on the team. I was on Groove off-road still at that point.
And where do you live? Where are you based?
I live in I live in North Carolina. I live in Chapel Hill, with Jules. What did you say? You said we cohabitate together. So yeah, we live together, Jules and I in Chapel Hill.
Why Chapel Hill?
Um, Free rent.
It's good enough.
Um,
No,
when
that's
Jules and
sick.
my lease ended in Colorado, we were contemplating renewing, and we were thinking about how expensive it is to fly to races from Colorado versus here. And we thought, well, we might as well base on the East Coast. If most of the races are on the East Coast, it's shorter flights at the very least less expensive flights, and then some are even drivable. So
Oh, that makes it so easy.
yeah.
Is the training good down there?
I can't lie, it's not as good as Colorado. I do miss the option of Colorado's training, but it is pretty
Yeah.
good training, and we have a lot of it's kind of a hotbed for cycling here now. We got like Owen Cole, Ada Watson's out here. Like there's a lot of different people, so there's group rides all the time.
Oh, that's awesome. In the
So
Chapel Hill area.
yeah. Which I mean, not all of them join every group ride,
Oh, sure.
but yeah.
Is that something that you've tried to organize, or is that something that just kind of happened naturally?
Um, Generally, no, I don't organize group rides. Jules and I do coach practices for cyclocross, for like one specific team.
Hmm.
But I've joined this ride. It's called the Performance Ride, referred to P Ride, um, that Jules has been doing since he was like 15 or something. And he was like, "You should go do this ride." I just started the ride. I made it less than an hour in. I got dropped. I was like, "Why
Whoa,
did you send me on this ride?" So, and then from there, it's been like, okay, how long can I stay with this ride?
cool, cool. I'm curious on your take of the state of cyclocross in the US. And yeah, let's just start there. What are your vibes? How do you think it is? You can talk about USCX, you can talk about other races, you can talk about national champs. I'm just kind of curious where your feelings are.
Yeah, I definitely like, okay, so I guess let me give you a little more context. My career UCI started, this is my seventh UCI season, racing elite women UCI, because when I
Hmm.
started, there was no junior category. So when I was 16-year-old me gets to race Katie, Keo, or Antono, whichever she was back then. Like all
Yeah,
of them were lining up. I was fifth row at my first Rochester,
yeah.
because of the
So,
randomization. And
your
since then,
first year elite, yeah?
this is my first year
Okay.
proper elite. Yes, after 6 seasons racing
Yeah,
elite.
which is
Yes.
crazy to think about. Yeah.
So it's kind of funny to like say this is my first season, like this is my first year elite, but it's actually this is my seventh season racing in the elite category. Um, so having seen it then and just being like 18th was my result at my first Rochester, and that was incredible. And now, like I just got back from Cincy, and there were only 18 women lined up on the start line, and I think that it's definitely like you can see that the maybe the turnout isn't what it once was, but you show up to the start line, and I know at least half the field by name. If not, I've been on a trip with them. Like Lizzie this weekend, I've been on a trip with her. Mia, obviously, she's my teammate. I've been to Europe with her. There's all of these people, and even the men too. Like I'm getting to know everybody so well, and it's become such a tight-knit community. And I don't know exactly what the proper elite women were doing 7 years ago, if they were that tight knit too, but it's honestly like it's an honor to be a part of this community still. Even
Hmm.
if it has reduced in its numbers, it hasn't reduced in its passion at all. So cross is not dead.
Yeah. And then, how does that compare when you go to Europe? Because you've been to Europe a few times.
Yeah, so I've been to Europe 5, maybe 6 times in my 7 years. Um, it's weird because to me, Europe feels like so different. But the other week I was talking to Madam Bacher and I was like, "Oh, hopefully I'll like get to chat with you when we're doing our warm-up laps up and down the start straight." And she was like, "Oh yeah, for sure. It's the same thing there. It's just we're just in Europe." And I was like, the concept of that being the same thing as here is just foreign to me. It's always felt so different to be in Europe. Um, Even if it's the same, you're doing the same things. It's
Hmm.
just maybe more intense and people are speaking Dutch, which I also, even as somebody who is learning Dutch, it still feels foreign to me.
Hmm. Hmm. Um, do you have any thoughts on how we can, you know, uh, expand our, very concentrated and distilled love of cross out to try to either bring people in or even just show people the sport? Do you have any ideas?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's a hard question because I spent the last like year trying to figure out like, okay, how can I like what can I do that will give back? And like honestly, like brain fart didn't really I was like, I can't come up with any. I was like, what am I doing wrong in my brain that I can't come up with anything? But I think that like one part of what Magali is doing is really trying to bring that back. I remember when I was a junior and there was like the pizza with the pros
Hmm.
at some of these races, and you'd get like Ellen Noble and Jay Powell, and they'd show up and they'd sign everybody's whatever they wanted, everybody's merchandise, and like you'd get all these 12 to 13, like all these little kids showing up with their parents that are just mega fans, and
Hmm.
um just to be there at the same time as those pros. And I think that Magali is really taking that kind of head on.
Yeah.
Um, and like what she's doing is really important. And I am also trying to join in that like Carrie Werner, Jay Powell behind the barriers, like or betwixt the tape, whatever, I'm trying to get some content out there so that people can see like the personalities in cyclocross because like you said, Bruce Buckley's photos are great. People might not even read the caption on those. So I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, what more can we add to this? What can we give to this? And yeah, I'm trying to get all my North Carolina friends to come to races. They're probably getting annoyed at me at how much I'm like, okay, come to the race. Drive 4 hours and come to this race.
How
So I'm
close is
trying to
Hendersonville?
expand the reach. Hendersonville's 4 hours away from here. Or three and a
Oh,
half. 3.5 to 4. So yeah,
jeez.
we're like
No,
North
yeah,
Carolina
North.
here, and then on the
Hmm.
opposite edge of North Carolina is Hendersonville. Opposite edge, in
Yeah,
quotes.
big state. Um, no, I agree with you. I think, I mean, when I was coming up, I was just looking for any sort of anything about cyclocross, and if it had cyclocross in it, I would like watch it or want to learn about it, or or just want to be a part of this crazy thing that these guys were doing. And I think what uh, we have an obligation to do, or just a ownership of, is like, this is a big statement. Like, maybe you're the new Katie Antonou, and like I'm, the Tim Johnson or Ryan Trebone or the J Powell to people. We we are now at, I guess, that level potentially, and so maybe we get a bunch of pizzas for people, uh, and try to
I
give
would be
give
honored to
people
do
the cool
pizza with the pros with you, Ben.
Yeah, I think the only people stopping us from doing that is probably ourselves and maybe a little imposter syndrome. But I don't know. I mean, you got on the podium twice this weekend. Like, you're effing pro. I I got top 10 in the USCX, so that's not nothing.
Do you know
So
the
yeah,
finger
maybe
clapping that we do now? You
is that a
clap with
thing?
just your fingers? Yeah, it's a thing. It makes no noise though, so if this is for our audio friends, I'm clapping with my fingers.
Back in my day, we just clapped. Bah humbug. Great audio. Um, no, I think you bring up some really good points about showing people the people behind what we all do, because I think all of us are pretty cool, and that's a big reason why I come to all the races still. And then there's also the fact that cross is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Um, to get ready for cross, what are you doing in the summer?
Oh, VO2, whatever technical terms. No. So this summer I raced a pretty decent amount, maybe not, I wouldn't say like full road season. Did like decent amount of road with Comp Edge. Couple standalone races. I did all of Toad
Hmm.
as a high intensity preparation.
Hmm.
Plus 2 days. I doubled up on actually 3 days. I doubled up on 3 days. I did 14 races in 11 days at Toad just to go home and get pneumonia immediately.
Perfect.
So that
I
was
mean,
it was an
definitely not
incredible.
related. Not related at all.
No, no, yeah, definitely not. But yeah, so lots of like picking and choosing some racing to do. Um, I find that my brain stays much more engaged with training when I have a race that I'm looking forward to in the short term. Like, yeah, Roanoke, obviously start of the cross season, but when that's end of May, thinking about Roanoke is really, really hard. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe we've got Bat and Kill, we've got this other race, we've got Toad. All right,
Hmm.
boom, boom, boom. Then we'll be set. That helps me manage the 3 and 4
Yeah.
hour big. Okay, they're gonna laugh at me for saying that 3 and 4 hours is a big day, but for me it's a big day, okay?
Yeah. And didn't you do some off-road racing when you were with Groove? Or with,
Yeah,
did you do
so
like a gravel program before?
somewhat, I think the that year I might have only really done Bighorn, shout out Jake Wells,
What's up? We
Bighorn
miss you, Jake.
gravel and Unbound. I did the 100 and Caroline did the
Okay.
200
Okay.
and she did not like that.
Did you like it?
I liked that I only had to do 100 miles. I was third, I think, that day. So, in the 100.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it ended up going pretty well. But I do not share a love of gravel. I will do it. And I will have a smile on my face at some point in the day, but it will be a long day.
Yeah, yeah. That's not something you're like, trying to pursue or move into that space.
Mm, I don't have plans for that. If it was
I
something I
think
had to do, I would be, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. But my
shouts
choice is
shouts
cross.
yeah, shouts to Tyler for not pressuring anyone to feel like they
Shouts
have to
to
do
Tyler
gravel.
for the road program. Bless up, my guy.
In your perfect world, well, hmm, let's acutely, what are your goals for the rest of the season? Right
Um,
now it's October, end of October, and we're about to have really rad, and then
mhm.
um, Northampton, and then PanAms, and then Boulder, and then North Carolina, and then a few weeks off, and then Nats. So it's like I feel like it's second half of the season.
Yeah.
So what are your goals?
Oh, you've cut out. I don't know if I heard the last half of the question part of that.
Yeah, what are your goals for the second half of the season?
Okay. Um, so generally my goal is just constant improvement. I like to trend upwards, and I think that that like is always motivating is like having something to still achieve.
Hmm.
That's not why I was second and third this weekend. I wanted to win. Uh no, but leaving that last podium spot up for grabs. I would love to get a UCI win this season. That would be on the plate. And then obviously I think everybody's kind of looking at the championships as a
Hmm.
big goal most of the time, but I still am leaving space for um improvement in fitness in Europe so that I don't just last year I peaked really, really hard and then I came down pretty hard after that.
Hmm.
Um, or maybe not pretty hard, but a decent amount. And I
Hmm.
think this year I'm going for more of a slow burn up and
Hmm.
then maintenance on the plateau. So
Um, who's your coach?
his name is Jim Lehman.
Hmm.
He coached Katie Klaus. He coached Caroline until last year,
Hmm.
sometime,
Hmm.
I think. And he coached Gage Hecht, Gage, shout out Gage.
Mr. Gage.
Name we haven't heard in cross for a while.
Hey, he was at PanAms last year. We
True.
rubbed elbows. Um, with How are you guys doing that slow burn? Are you training midweek between races? Did you take a break after USCX?
Yeah, after the USCX, I took, I think, 2 days off the bike, maybe
Hmm.
three. I don't remember. That was so long ago now. Are you kidding? And then yeah, hit that small span of time, pretty big, and then yeah, after this weekend and really rad, I have another weekend off. I'll be missing NoHo, unfortunately, but I'll be using that to train up for the Pan Am's Boulder NCGP set.
Yep.
And then another block of training between that and nationals. So, hoping to maintain
Yeah.
and grow.
Yeah. Nice. Is there a Europe trip planned?
Do I have a flight booked? No. Is there a Europe trip being planned? I believe so. I
Ideally,
sure
perfect,
hope so.
perfect world. Perfect world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're checking in with Tyler regularly on that.
Gotcha.
He said it's going to be pretty similar to last year's program, so
Cool.
at least in the time frame and racings that we hit. So.
So, oh yeah, so it would be post Nats booking on
I
over.
think a couple people are going to be doing a little bit of racing before nationals over in Europe, the Flamanville and Tabor
Hmm.
World Cups. Um, but then they'll come back for nationals and head back
Yeah.
over.
Sick. And then a little bit broader, what would be your perfect world? Like, how long do you want to be in the sport? Knowing that, you know, there are pressures of adulting probably happening at some point. And if you're going to want to be in the sport for a while, and I'm assuming maybe that's not the case, do you have an idea of how to make that possible?
Yeah, I would love to be in this sport until I'm an old lady like Caroline. Sorry, Caroline, to do it to you. Um, yeah, I mean, I would love to be like one of the people that's in the sport, is good at the sport, and stays with it. Um, I think I really want to be somebody that people look up to as, one of those names that you think about cyclocross when you hear the name. So I really want to be like that kind of inspiring person, character
Hmm.
in the sport. And I don't think you can do that if you leave too quick. So I'm hoping to stick
Yeah.
around for a long time. I feel like I can sense a boom coming, which is either really good for me or really bad for me results wise, because a boom means that there's a lot of really fast racers, which I'm really hoping for, because that will just grow our sport. And then if they go fast, then I'll have to go fast, and then we'll just
Hmm.
all be super fast and cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I'd love to stick around for the boom. I can feel it coming. Um,
Do you think the potential for the Olympics? could be something that's in your. Have you thought about that at all?
I think that when that idea first entered my mind, like, or when somebody first said that to me, I was like, okay, well, if this sport's gonna be an Olympic sport, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. And then, I realized I'm not a current fastest American woman, which if it's a small if it's a small taking of athletes, then I might not be there. But I want to be there and I want to be one of those people that are competing for the spot. Um,
Yeah.
so in the event of an Olympic cyclocross race, any any cross conditions are racing conditions for me.
Hmm.
I've never raced Val de Sol, but I think that would be fine for one race. So
Yeah.
for an Olympic race, I'll take whatever they'll give me.
Yeah. I mean, that's 5 years, 4 years from now,
Yeah, 2030.
and you're 24, 3.
I'm 22.
Heck, man.
I'm
So like,
a baby.
so at
So
twenty-seven,
I would be like Magali. I would be peaking like Magali is.
I don't know. I think that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Because, jealously, I'm like, oh, yeah, they're probably not going to take a 42-year. Like, I don't know if I could start, dunking on Rick and Stroh in my 40s, but
Who knows? I
um,
mean, Caroline could probably go to the Olympics if she wanted to.
um, sweet. Well, I think if people aren't familiar with you, you should get familiar. You did a
Yeah,
vlog from
I did a vlog
from
from
Cincy.
Cincy.
Is that
King's
on your
Cross.
YouTubes?
It is on my YouTube. My YouTube is uncreatively named Lauren Zoerner. Um,
Easy to find.
yeah, easy to find. It's my first and last name.
Yep. Lauren also has some really fun stuff on the internet at the races. Also some
Hmm.
good Jules content. Also some good point 0.5 zoom before the podium photos.
Yes.
If you see Lauren at the race, definitely say hi. This this bubbliness is not just for the camera.
Yes, please. I don't know, I'm one of the most energetic people.
And
Please, I love attention. Come say hi to me.
validate my existence, please.
Ah, yeah, literally.
And I would love to do this again. You're going to be at PanAms, yeah?
Hmm.
So either at PanAms or Nats, we should catch up
Yeah, for sure.
again.
Is that all you're doing the rest
My
of the season?
plans: PanAms, Boulder,
Oh,
Break.
I'm at Boulder.
Oh yeah, I guess it's probably not hard for you to do that one.
Yeah, get to
Uh,
go home to my family, to
hmm
my sister who's with child.
whoa, whoa, I feel so old.
Isn't that crazy?
And then I'm really trying to go to Cabras,
Hmm.
um, because
Redemption.
redemption, get the redemption arc, and actively I'm trying to make it make sense to go to Cabras, race that World Cup, assuming I make the team, and then I think I'd have to fly home on a Wednesday
Mm,
before Nats, jet lagged to hell. But
yep.
I
I
think it would
was
be really important for me to be able to make that trip back so we could have like maybe a pizza party with the pros.
there you
and
go.
I mean, I truly believe in the the sport of American cyclocross, and it'd be really sick to go to Namur instead of Nats.
Yeah.
But that said, um, it's not. We're on the cusp of a boom, and if we can help move it forward, I think we should.
Yeah.
So,
I'm with that.
anyone who's listening, let me know in the comments help me make my decision. Namur
Everybody
or
who's
US?
listening, please comment.
Yeah. All right, Lauren, that was a lot of fun.
All
We'll
right,
chat soon.
Ben. Love ya.
Bye.
Bye.